So now that I'm out of Michigan, I can lift my pusher axle. And these are the two magic buttons right here, right? These ones, this one controls the pressure, and with a lot, I keep it anywhere between 20 and 60 psi. 60 means that I would have about 20,000 pounds on it. So when I just have a light load, I keep it like 20-25. Anywhere below that, and the axle starts jumping up and down, and the tires are getting slowly destroyed. Basically, not enough pressure. It has to be at least 20. And this one lifts it up, like now it's down. So I just push it and it's going up. Check this out. So my gross was 93,860 pounds, right? And here's all my permits. And depending on the state, they you know, you have to be very careful here about the axles. Like the permit says so many axles, that's what you have to have on the ground. Like Michigan, 7. Indiana, 6. Same weight. Kentucky, 1 plus 2 plus 3, 6. Tennessee, axles, 6. Alabama, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Mississippi, well, I read all through the permit, and it's a single page, and it does not say anywhere how many axles I'm supposed to have, but I'm just assuming it's 6 because Michigan is the only state that requires you to have all axles down. As soon as you're over 80,000, like the legal limit, they want you to have all axles down. And that's why I didn't bring my flip axle, right? Because I would have to have that one down as well, which is like ridiculous. Okay. And now what we can do is I still run with these are we recording here? I still run with these 2 devices. Okay, please look aside as I'm entering my top secret passcode. And that's where we are. And by the way, that's one cool thing about this, is that you see, whenever I enter something like this, like Pilot, this is my destination, it gives me the pricing, right? Of course, GPS cannot do that unless you subscribe to you know, and you pay monthly fees. So 2 devices, the price is pretty much similar. This is $40 Canadian more, because I think I paid $199 for that one, $240 Canadian for this. So divide by 1.3, that's US dollars, pretty much 70% of the amount. So it's 70 bucks US, it's 100 bucks Canadian. Now on the night before, I did my research as usual. So because my delivery is only Wednesday, I only want to drive like 5-6 hours, and this was my stop number 1. And stop number 2 is Gas City, Indiana. And last stop for the day is Flying J, south of Indianapolis, and Whiteland, I think it's still Indiana. No, I think it's Kentucky. Whiteland, Kentucky. Yeah, on 65. And that's the highway I'll be staying on longest, I-65. And let's just compare the ease of use, right? So first of all, like Gas City, I don't know, I know there's a couple of gas stations in there, but I always forget their names. See, point of interest in a city, Indiana. Okay, Gas City, Indiana. Search by name, and what I want is, I want Starbucks. Uh-oh, Starbucks, I know. Ah, jeez. And Another thing I find is that on this GPS, the touch screen, it's like previous generation, it's real finicky. Now you see the problem here? So far I found, like, look at this. See, like, how do I know which one? So I have to click, let's say, on the nearest one. And it's very slow. And it says Highway 35. And I have no idea, like, what 35? Where's... oh, 69, okay. So maybe it is the right one. Fastest route. 100 miles. Yes, that sounds about right. But I can do this, details, show instructions, and see what exit it takes me to take. Oh, 259. I think that's the right one. It was old 59. They added 200 to each number. Starbucks. Okay. But it takes lots of steps. And you see, I can do this. That's a 3D, or I can do this, which I prefer, which shows north and south. So that's 5-inch display, TomTom via 15, 13 or something like that. Now compare that to this. So this is so we go like this, right? And let's say, first of all, I can do this. Of course, in theory I can do that over there, but it's like ridiculous because the touch screen over there does not work very well. So I can go like this. That's one way to do it. And just find Gas City, Indiana, which is just south of Fort Wayne. See over there? Like, I can do like this much faster because you see, Starbucks. Boom. Because I know that's the right one. Directions. Start. 98 miles.
North on Old US. 27 north.
You see how fast they took me? But also over here I could easily search because it's online. It's like Google, right? It's I can put in the window there, I can put Starbucks near Gas City, Indiana. And of course the problem with all these little places is that, like, the actual Gas City, see, like here, that's not Gas City. Gas City is over here, like 5 miles west. But of course, you know, all the stations here, all the truck stops, they all called Gas City. And you see the exit 357, so the same as that one. And so I can just put in Starbucks near Gas City, Indiana, and then it gives me a map, and I can see right away on this big screen which one I want, because I remember. But over there it's so much more difficult. And plus this thing, like, this is only see, 158 kilometers basically, just less than 100 miles. This one automatically switches to miles because I'm in the States, and as soon as I cross into Canada, it switches to kilometers, like automatic system, like Google does it, right? And actually I find it convenient, even though sometimes I do prefer kilometers. But this one is much slower. The GPS units are always much slower processing, you know, the route, even though you would think I just updated the maps, so it doesn't have to go online to search for your point of interest, like whatever you're trying to put in. It has all that built in, sitting in its memory, right? So it should be much faster than this thing. This thing, depending on the connection to the internet, it has to go on the internet. There's pretty much nothing stored on the device itself, right? And yet there's always, like, so far I did it like what, 3-4 times, it beats in speed, beats the GPS, and it doesn't heat up. I was afraid it would be heating up all the time because I'm running location service, right? You have to have location enabled, but it's fine. I had to tweak a little bit this. It was a little bit vibrating, so I moved this. It used to be over here, I moved it over there, otherwise this knob here was, you know, jumping, was touching this. So now it's much more stable, even though it's tilts a little bit to this side, but because the whole dash is tilted. But So far it works. And so for now, just to get used to it, I program every like next point. In my experience, it also makes you know, like miles and kilometers fly by faster. Like when you don't put, you know, the end of your day like 600 or 500 miles away, but you put the next point, it's kind of like more interesting. And I like playing with this stuff. And of course, that's why we're recording the video, just to compare in real life situation the drawbacks and advantages of each unit. Like, of course, the advantage of this is that, again, because it has all the data in the memory, when you are in the area with no internet, it'll still work. But this thing, unless you save, I know you can say, I never did it before, but I know you can save like part of a map to the, I have lots of memory here on the SD card, but I never did it. I wouldn't even know how to do it. So that one is basically more reliable in a kind of like alien attack scenario, no electricity, no power. Oh, but wait a second. So aliens can shoot down the satellites, and then what do you do? Huh, it's not gonna work either. Yeah, one last thing before I go, just check all the chains. Good. Так, the belt is on, glass is on, it's getting warm, 10 degrees Celsius, and so 16 is 10 is, oh, it's 16F, so 32 plus 16F. Come on, now it's 9. 32 plus 16, 48. 48F. So the axle is up. The safety belt is on. I think we're good. Well, let's rock and roll. Back in a straight line. The guy looks stressed out. Nationwide Carrier LLC, Minneapolis, Minnesota. I think he's gonna make it. He's backing next to a cool looking Chevy, a raised suspension pickup truck. Don't go too far, buddy. There's I-69 behind you there. the problem with the Mac. How am I supposed to drive this thing and there's no signal? Thank you, Miss Google. I like you better than Mr. Tom Tom over there. You just sound sexier. Yeah, that's it. That's another magic button over here. Engine brake.
Turn right onto North Baker Road, then turn right onto the I-69 South ramp.
Yes, ma'am. Crossing under I-80, the toll highway. And cruise control is set at 92 kilometers an hour as usual. And we are heading south towards Fort Wayne and Indianapolis. "97 miles. 155 kilometers to Gas City, Indiana."